The first inquiry which every rational being must undertake is whether this world was brought into existence after not having existed, or whether it has existed from eternity. His argument is like this: yet we observe that its parts are subject to change, generation, and corruption. So that is proof that the world is not eternal. It has thus been established that the world is originated and that it has an originator who brought it into existence from non-existence. His argument is very simple, that if the world was always here, then you can't prove that there's a God. And he uses three main proofs to show the world was created. Composition. If you see a watch, you know someone put the gears together. The world is composite, made of parts, therefore it must have a composer. That's one argument. Temporality. We see things change and decay. If the world were eternal, it wouldn't be subject to corruption or change. Because if something is eternal, that means something has the power of infinity. Why would it change? What's there to change it? And then finitude, the world has measurable limits, size and distance. Anything that is finite in space cannot be infinite in time. His argument is that if something is really finite, how could it have an element of being infinite at the same time? It's a contradiction in terms. Now, today, nobody is going to become a believer based on logic, because every argument that people use, you're always going to find a counter argument. But in those days, logic was extremely important. Today, people don't base their lives on logic. Logic could enhance something that they already believe in, but it's not going to be a conclusive proof. But for that time, that was extremely important. So Saadia comes up with the argument, which is consistent with every other philosopher, most other philosophers, Jewish philosophers, that these are metaphors. The reason tells us a creator cannot be a physical body, which is subject to change. Therefore, we must read these descriptions figuratively to help our human minds grasp the infinite.